Now, back live with Andrew Bolt with the Bolt Report.
Gillian Triggs, the president of our Human Rights Commission, paid more than $400,000 a year. How about that? She had a horror day today, giving evidence to a Senate committee. First, she had to apologise for having given Parliament false evidence in a previous appearance when she falsely claimed she'd been misquoted by a newspaper, which correctly reported her calling our politicians ignorant and uneducated.
Again, I repeat that to the extent that my comments offended anybody, I regret them.
But then it got worse, particularly because of Liberal Senator James Paterson. Triggs refused to answer questions from him and other senators about her commission's terrible handling of a complaint against Queensland students who were falsely accused of racial discrimination in a case of the Human Rights Commission let drag on for years without telling the students, may I add. Have a listen.
It is extremely inappropriate for us, or for me, to comment on this case in its detail.
If that's the case, why did you go on the 7:30 report on the 7th of November to discuss the case at length?
Well, as you might recall, in that case, I at length said repeatedly that I could not comment on the case. I could only talk about our processes.
With respect, Ms Triggs, I have the transcript in front of me and you did comment on the case.
I cannot comment any further on this case.
Why did you do so on the 7:30 report then?
It was not my intention to do so.
Car crash. Joining me is the panel, former Queensland Premier Campbell Newman and former New South Wales Treasurer Michael Costa. Michael, we're not going to spend too much time on this because I think the world has seen Gillian Triggs for what she is, but please explain this. Why hasn't she resigned already?
Well, Andrew, it's even worse than that. That non-apology, that's like one of the apologies one of my younger kids gives when they've done something wrong but don't want to apologise. If you've taken offence, I'm sorry. I mean, what sort of an apology was that? She basically called out the parliamentarians. Maybe some of them did fall into the category of being useless, but she basically attacked the whole lot of them and then refused to apologise. Andrew, this is a saga that I wish was over. Hopefully it'll be over soon. But the damage this institution's done under her leadership is just extraordinary. And the fact that she's even able to continue this facade of impartiality when we've seen the performance of the Commission is beyond me. Let's all hope that we don't have to deal with it next year and over the holidays she decides to go.
Andrew, I'm
but Campbell,
also
go ahead.
I'm sort of concerned though this ongoing thumbing of the nose at the process of Parliament. I mean, Parliament is the embodiment of the people of Australia. And this particular public servant, and that's what she is at the end of the day, she's a public servant, is showing the Parliament and the people of Australia no respect whatsoever. She's not showing the suitable level of respect. She's not dealing with the issue properly. And that really bothers me because that sort of example, that poor example, surely permeates elsewhere across the federal bureaucracy. I mean, the Parliament's just there to be ignored, is it? I think not, but that's what she's essentially showing in her actions.
Well, I think she's discredited the Human Rights Commission, and anyone who thinks that it's not a kangaroo court has got rocks in their heads. But, gentlemen, the Treasurer,